guys, welcome to Big Sister. I just want to get on here real quick and say this. Whenever there's someone that wants to get to know you and they're asking you, what kind of man do you want? What kind of woman do you like? Or what do you look for in a man or a woman? Don't tell them that. When they're asking you, what kind of man do you want? What kind of man do you like? What kind of woman do you want? Don't tell them that stuff. Because a lot of times what happens, especially nowadays, people want you to tell them all this stuff so they know what role to play. If you guys are compatible, you're just going to discover things about each other. Okay? Now, as far as your values and your beliefs, those things you can share later. But this is sometimes a very common conversation, and it comes up so easily on a first date or something like that, and you just spill in everything. And even in the Bible it says only a fool pours out all his heart. There's certain things, guys, you got to keep it close to the breast. They don't need to know that. Hey, you're respectful. A person who's respectful, a person who obeys the laws, kind, but no specifics. You don't need to be telling them what you went through in your past, who did what to you, because at that time, a lot of times they're just pulling enough information to build a profile to figure out how to now transform themselves into this individual, whether it is a friend or they're going to be boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever, maybe to eventually lead you to the altar. Because remember, sometimes, guys, there's people, they look at you, they size you up. They look at your car, they're looking at your job position, they're looking at the kind of clothes you wear. For those of you, you may still be, in school or something like that. Okay, maybe you won't be, someone's asking what you want in a man or a woman. That's not normally going to be a conversation with young people. But sometimes people are looking at what, another student. They're looking at your clothes. They're looking at what your parents drive, what your parents pick you up in. They're looking at what neighborhood you live in. If you have a house, you may not even think your house is all that, but they may think so. They're looking at if you're popular, who you sit with. It doesn't take much, you see? So sometimes people are going to look at everything that you have and decide what they can get from you. And for my younger audience, I have other videos that talk about that. So you can just check out my videos and you'll see. But getting back to your my older audience, older listeners, a lot of times just over coffee, you're meeting someone online and you're telling them all this stuff about what your dreams are and your fears, and you may meet for coffee, you may meet for the first time, and because everyone's vibing and it feels so good and you connect. Guys, truth be told, we connect with a lot of people. You literally could go to the store and they're out of apples and you really want these apples, and you connect with somebody right there by the apples about how frustrated you are that this is the second week in a row they didn't bring these apples. You feel what I'm saying? These apples are out of stock again. The Macintosh, and all of a sudden y'all come over there and talk about the apples. Girl, I know, right? We're the manager. You feel me? So connection and feelings and the emotions, that's not reality. You understand what I'm saying? What's going on at that moment? Everyone's putting their best face forward. Oh, the music is great. He's smelling nice. You're looking great. All of that stuff's not real. Okay? A lot of people, who they are is tucked away. They have the down in the dungeon of their little heart, waiting to come out at the right time. But, the other side of them have to be showing. Now, there are people who are genuine, but genuine individuals where you guys really are for one another. You truly share the same core values and beliefs. That's going to demonstrate itself. You're going to see by their character. Don't listen to what they say, and don't give them clues as to how to act with you. But as you get to know the person and you take your time, then you're going to learn more about them And they'll learn more about you, because one thing you cannot hide, a person cannot hide for long, is who they really are. And sometimes they're trying to be pushy. They're trying to get things going. They want, well, why can't I come over? Why are we? That's telling you something about their character already. She wants you to pay for this. You learn a lot about a woman when you take her out. How she behaves. If she's the type, she wants you to buy her all the top end stuff. She's selfish. Just little things, you know. I remember a long time ago watching a movie called, what did I watch? Ooh, A Bronx Tale. I mean, that was my show. I watched that show like when I was coming up. I was watching all the shows, guys. I was watching The Godfather, like all three, the sequel, all of them. I was watching A Bronx Tale. I was watching Goodfellas. I mean, that was me, right? And A Bronx Tale, one of the things that they were saying is like, you can tell a lot if a girl is the right one, if when you put her in the car and she gets in on the passenger side, if she lean over and she unlocks the driver's side door. Now, you know, this is back in the days when there was no auto open and close on the door. You know, she leaned over. And so that was a thing, right? Oh, you're going to know. Now, that was just something. What I'm saying is that was his standard to say, okay, if this girl, when I let her, once I open the door and I get her in the car, a sign of a good woman, this was something he'll talk about with his friends on the block. If she leans over and she unlocks that door, boom, she's the one. He didn't share that with her. He didn't tell her that. But as they got to know each other, that's what she did. Okay? So it's the same thing, guys. You don't always have to tell them anything. Don't give them any clues so they can go into action and play that role and overplay it. But you watch their character. You watch what they do. I remember seeing another movie. I forgot what it was called, man. I can see it in my mind, but this one was a funny one. When the woman said, a good way to know if a man's a good man. If y'all eating chicken. If y'all eating chicken, there's one last piece left. If he let you eat the last piece of chicken, he's the one. If he gives you that last piece, honey, that's a good man. Now, this was a comedy. Oh, it was called The Brothers. And so, of course, old girl, she's with the guy. These two was acting. Gabrielle Union and Morris Chestnut was playing a role. And they were over there watching movies, and they had the chicken. And there was that last piece of chicken left. And let's just say he didn't give her that last piece. He picked it up and he was like, oh, thank you. Just ate it all up, gobbled it up, brought it down to the bone. And of course, they called it an emergency meeting. But this was a comedy, right? So guys, now, I'm not saying to go put out a piece of chicken to see and all this good stuff. What I'm saying to you is, you know your standards. You know what it is that, you know, what you would consider to be good character traits. You don't need to tell that person. You just get to know them and take your time, and who they are will show up. And when you see who they are, and if it does not fare well with you, don't try to work it out and tweak them and see if, don't do all of that. Don't waste your time. The minute you show them that you're willing to be a tutor, that you're willing to be this person that's going to be like, oh, well, let's see. You're going to go through remedial training for character. You're going to go into remedial character training with them. You're going to be in trouble. You don't have time for that. You don't have time to build a man, and you don't have time to build a woman. Pay attention to their character and what they do. Don't give them any clues. When they ask you what you look for in a man or woman, don't get specific. Respectful, decent, law-abiding. That's it. Don't give them anything else. Well, what else do you like? We don't need to know that. Who you are will show up. And I'll know. You'll know. You understand? And just leave it there. So guys, that's all I have for you. I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope this makes some sense to somebody. And please, please, please take a look around at my other videos that I have. And I have a little bit of something for everyone of all ages. Thank you for watching, Big Sister. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll talk to you soon. Bye.